Hello everyone and welcome to my science course. So today we'll be looking at the Pythagoras Theorem. Firstly, we'll look at the parts of a right-angled triangle. This is the hypotenuse, which is the longest side of the triangle, and then this will be our reference angle. We'll call it angle theta. The one which is opposite the angle is the opposite side, and the one which is directly next to the angle is the adjacent side. If we are to consider this one as our angle, this is the opposite side and this is the adjacent side, and the longest line or the longest length will always be the hypotenuse. The Pythagoras theorem states that the longest side of a right-angled triangle, which we said is the hypotenuse, is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. The other two sides being the opposite side and the adjacent side. So if we consider this triangle, the longest side is C, which is our hypotenuse, and then let angle theta be this angle which I am going to mark. Let this be our angle theta. So A is the opposite side and B is the adjacent side. So in order to find angle C, we'll say C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. For example, if we take our length A to be 5 centimeters and take B to be 6 centimeters, and then the question will be find the length of C, you'll say C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. And then in place of A, you will put a 5 squared plus 6 squared is equal to C squared. So we'll get C squared equal to 5 squared plus 6 squared. So 5 squared is equal to 25 and 6 squared is equal to 36. Therefore 6 squared is equal to 25 plus 36, which is equal to 61. So in order to find the value of C, because the length is C, not C squared, we'll say C is equal to square root of 61, which is 7.81024996. So after rounding it off, we'll get that C is equal to 7.81. That will be our final answer for the length of C. On this question, we are given the hypotenuse. Let this be our angle. So we are given the hypotenuse and the opposite side and the adjacent side. You are required to find y, which is the opposite side. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, we'll say 12 squared is equal to y squared plus 8 squared, where 12 squared is 144 and 8 squared is equal to 64. Therefore, y squared will be 144 minus 64. 80 is equal to y squared. Therefore, to find the value of y, we'll say y is equal to the square root of 80. According to the calculator, the square root of 80 is 8.944. Therefore, the value of y is equal to 8.944. That will be our final answer. That will be the value for y, which is this one. Let us move on to our number 2. This is the hypotenuse, which is 8 centimeters. So we'll say 8 squared is equal to 4 squared plus x squared, which means x squared will be 8 squared minus 4 squared, which is 64 minus 16. X squared is equal to 48. To find the value of x, we'll then find the square root of 48. X is equal to root of 48, which is approximately equal to 7. since we are given the values in centimeters, we'll then write this value also as 7. Therefore, x is equal to 7 centimeters. So do not forget to write the centimeters. If you are given the units, you use those units for your final answer. Therefore, x will be 7 centimeters. Let's do another one, which will be the last one for this video. Let us look at this one, which will be the last one for today's video. So here we have 4 as our hypotenuse. Therefore, we'll say 4 squared is equal to 3 squared, and let this be x instead of a question mark. Therefore, 4 squared will be equal to 3 squared plus x squared. X squared will be equal to 4 squared minus 3 squared. Our x will be equal to the square root of 7. Which is equal to 2.65. This time we are not given units, whether it's centimeters, meters, inches, or whatever, we do not know. Therefore, we leave it as 2.65. So this length is 2.65. That's it for today's video. I'll see you next time. Do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel.